attraction is always going to be number one. Don't be fooled. Attraction is always going to be number one. Find somebody that you're attracted to, that you can look at every day while they're naked, when you're mad, when you're happy, when you're drunk, no matter what it is. Just, find that's the person you want to start with, and then build from there. See if they mentally up there from there, and then if not, then you handle your business.
What's the best advice you could give somebody who is trying to get into a long-term situation, looking forward to like marriage?
It would depend. Number one, my answer is going to depend on their age, because I think your age is going to play a major factor. Like your life experience is going to play a major factor prior to you getting married. So if you are, let's say, you a young dude, you 19 to 27, 25 or something like that, and you just so gung-ho on getting married, I would say chill the fuck out. I would say you got a lot of life to live. I would say focus on your finances. I would say focus on your money. I would say focus on your manhood, what your path and what your goal is in life. I would say focus on that shit before anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, if you're an established man, you know what I'm saying, you 35 and older and shit like that, and you're trying to, is a question if I'm trying to become a husband, or is the question like, what advice would I give men
like
for
if
that
you
age trying to become?
trying to become a husband.
You got to find somebody who want to be a wife. And you got to find somebody who actually likes you. You know what I'm saying? Like you for your person, not you for your clout, not you for your car, not you for none of the existential or material shit. Like you got to find somebody who like genuinely likes you and just wants to do the things that happen or come natural when you like somebody. You know what I'm saying? I think that is very, very important, because I think what happens is guys either lead with money or they lead with a false personality. And that's essentially what you're gonna get matched with. You're either gonna get matched with a female who just want money, or you're gonna get matched with a female who got a false personality, and then later on in life you're gonna realize this ain't really what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, like that would be my thing. Find somebody who actually likes you, and find somebody who wants to be in the particular. It's almost like when you go into a job interview and they like, yeah, so why should we hire you, bitch? Because you got a wanted sign on your door. Like you're looking for a person to work, and I want to work. Case fucking closed. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you kind of want it to be that fucking simple. You know
Right,
what I'm
right.
saying? You kind of want it to be like, yeah, this is what I'm looking for in a person. Like this is the lifestyle I want to have. This is what I want my future to look like. And if it matches with that person, then you motherfucking rocking, you do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But I would always say find the right piece to your puzzle, man. Don't force no pieces.
Yeah, you're speaking about finding somebody that likes you for who you are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna reserve my opinion on this. I don't want nobody feel those type of way. But do you feel like women actually like men, especially in today's climate, like men for who they are, or it's really about what a man can do for them?
I think it's a combination of both. I think subconsciously women don't know that they have been programmed to like men for what they can provide, and for the adrenaline rush, and for the protection and provision feel that they look for in a man. I don't think they know that they've been programmed to look for that. And you hear a lot of these female these days when, they'll call a guy boring because he goes to work and comes home and provides for his family, and now in the streets running. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like sometimes you'll hear that. You'll be like, okay, so what exactly do you want? Do you want do you want the man that come home and beat you and smack you and they'll go out and go cheat and shit like that?
Yeah.
Or do you want the man who's respecting you and going to work and doing the things that he's supposed to be doing that y'all say y'all want? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's very hard to judge what women want, which is why I feel like as a man, you gotta just know what you want. And you gotta know, like, you know what I'm saying? Anything that don't fit the program, just don't fit the program. And I think where most men fail, especially in relationships, is not being able to just fucking leave when they know it's time to leave. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of men don't realize, like, a lot of times, nigga, it's just your turn. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's yours for now. It's yours until it's yours. But when you always got to think about it, you always got to think about that kind of shit. Like that's how I look at it. You feel me? So I'm never really like it's only been one breakup that I've been like that like tore me the fuck apart and like really had me like growing through shit and reevaluating my life and reevaluating myself and shit like that. But a lot of the other ones, man, like you got to expect this shit to fall down. You don't never know the day. You don't never know the time. Shit could be going good. You think it be going good. They think it be going good, and then the shit really ain't going good. So whatever it is, like is you never really know. You just gotta kind of be prepared for everything. So I don't put too much like energy or force into that shit. I just put my energy into like what's coming next. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Yo, how would a man know that a female actually love him if he meet her with money?
That's why you don't. That is if I was ever to give a lecture to men or the boys or like I would always leave with like that is not the way. There's a lot of times where to be honest with you, like I pretend like I ain't got shit sometimes just to see how a person feel or just to see like what the situation is sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Or how people react when you say no or when they don't get their way type of shit. Just because like I said, sometimes you gotta battle test people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you leave with money, like you got to expect to be left for money. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like that. That's just real nigga. When you leave with money, nigga, expect to get left for money, nigga. Because there's gonna be another nigga with more money. It's gonna be another nigga with a bigger boat, with a better car, with a look back. Like it's gonna be another dude with a bigger bag. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
if the bag is all you got to offer, my nigga, like it ain't. It's only that's a sinking ship from the beginning.
Mm.
So like I would not recommend that shit, man. I would recommend not letting the female. I would recommend the basics. I would recommend the basics, my nigga. And I'm gonna tell you this just because, like, from my life experience, dude, like flowers, just come for a ride with me. Those type of things are gonna matter to the person that really like you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I promise you, like, those type of things are gonna matter, bruh. It don't matter how often you do it. Like, just the fact that you showing love and you showing consideration and you showing thoughtfulness and shit like that for the right person, that's all it's gonna fucking take. It's not gonna take above and beyond. It's not gonna take helicopter rides. It's not gonna take a lot of wild shit. It's just take consistency and showing the person that you still care. That's you know what I'm saying?
What do you say? What do you say about? You know what? Let me ask you this. Let me set that aside. If you don't post your partner, you think that the person is, or let me ask you this way: the females who think that if you don't post them, you're hiding them. You think that in relationships, people have to post their partners?
I don't think you have to, and I don't think I don't. Okay, so being private and being secretive are two different things. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like those are two different things, and I feel like as men sometimes we play that gray area very well. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? But at the end of the day, I mean, me personally, like I had no problem showing off my feet, showing off my shorty when I was with her. None of them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I don't give a fuck what people feel about their looks and what they like. I ain't got a problem showing off nothing that I'm fucking on a consistent basis. That I'm coming home is cooking me food. That's showing me love. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Mm.
ain't got no problem showing that off. Showing that off. So I don't. But I think females also need to understand that just how sometimes they be on that, like I don't want to show the world my dude because bitches start coming out of nowhere and they fuck shit up. It's the same things times five for niggas because it could be your own niggas. It be niggas you know, niggas you dap up, motherfuckers you see every day, and they still be in your bitch inbox. You know what I'm saying? So, well, guys, it's just niggas be on hunt regardless. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
can't expect anything less. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With females, you know what I'm saying? Like I when they say it, it's so weird because it's like they can critique and they can have boundaries and they can have shit, but soon as a man wants to set one or a man wants to critique their boundaries or critique their logic on their boundaries, like not like now the man's an issue or he's sassy or whatever, like whatever assault they want to give to a dude who either sets boundaries or question the boundaries that you set based on the logic of it, you know, it tends to go askew. So I don't even bother to go back and forth no more, man. Like that's another thing. Like as you get older, all that back and forth and arguing and shit, like I ain't got time for it now, man. Shit.
Yeah. Why you think women have a hard time reckoning with the fact that men has boundaries too, and we have standards. Because you know they say, I seen a post with young Mimi. She said, "You can't make me unless you can't date me unless you make more than $10 million a year."
Yeah, that's because, but that to me, that is a reflection of the programming that we've had through, like a systematic program that we've had through, work and respecting your boss more than you respect your man. You know what I'm saying? Like, females, like, yo, but when your boss tell you to be to work at motherfucking 8, nigga, you gonna be to work at 8. Your boss tell you you might have to stay a little later for that day, you gonna stay a little later. Your nigga tell you, yo, I don't want you to go outside in those clothes, and now he's insecure. Now he's fucking, you know what I'm saying? But your boss tell you, hey, you got to come in the Saturday and Sunday to work, mandatory. You bad talking him, but your ass gonna show up Saturday or Sunday as told. You know,
Right.
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like that whole money dynamic thing. I feel like that shit is. I'd rather find a love to where is, let's show each. Like, I'm gonna outlove you. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'm gonna show you how much I love you more than you. Like, let's outlove each other. I'd rather have a situation like that as opposed to who make more money and who got the power, who got the dynamics. You know what I'm saying? Like, because after a while, like, that shit can shift. One day, dude could be up and making the most money. He loses company, loses business, and the female got to hold shit down and she losing money. But do that mean, like, the shifting dynamic of me being a man should change? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, nigga, like, just because I don't got that don't mean, like, I'm not gonna try to put some money in your pocket. That don't mean I'm not gonna take the trash out. That don't mean, like, my responsibilities as a man or as your man are gonna change. It just means financially right now I can't invest as much as I typically would. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But with that comes a power swing and a power shift. And I think a lot of times once females have that power or know they have that power, it's hard for them to bite that. Men, we are already natural. We're used to being in that place. We're used to being in the place to where we're making more money or doing more of the providing or doing more of the financial. Like, men are already used to being in that place. And I think over the decades, when females have been able to graduating more and making more money, becoming more entrepreneurs, just having more capital behind their name, that the stigma of, like, if I could do it myself, what the fuck I need a man for? You know what I'm saying? Like, that stigma has been running rampant for years for females. You know what I'm saying? And I
Right.
think now niggas is like, well, shit. I mean, I could cook, clean, wash my own clothes, bitch. I don't need you other than pussy either. You know what I'm saying? And now we got this woman hate man. What can we bring to the table? Who makes more money? Like, now we have all these comparisons instead of being like, yo, like, why are we not doing shit together? Like, why are we not putting our resources together to buy property? Why are we not putting our resources together to open up businesses? Why are we not putting our resources together to get, like, if not our culture, at least our family ahead? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm happy you said that because I was scrolling through TikTok and I saw this title and I was sitting in just to listen and see what was going on. But this is what the title say. I want you to think. I want you to give me your opinion on this. It said, "Should broke men be allowed to date in 2026?" with a question mark.
I mean, being allowed and is it smart are two different things. Can you or should you be allowed to date? Yeah, you allowed to do freedom. You allowed to do what the fuck you want to do, as long as you can pay your bills. And if the female you with is okay with whatever you got left to offer, and that's what you got to offer, and you willing to invest that money in her, then why the fuck not? You know what I'm saying? Again, this comes with the answer of liking people who like you. Because if you dating and you broke, you know what I'm saying? And when we say broke, I think when they say broke, I think they meant who don't have a ton of extra money to go on trips and a ton of extra money to go. I don't think they mean like niggas who can't pay their rent or hold their own or shit like that. I think they mean people who don't have like an excess of extra money to do extra fun shit for these females or with
Right.
these females. You know what I'm saying? But again, if you with somebody that like you, going on a picnic or going for a ride or going to buy their favorite food and some wine and post it up on a mountaintop somewhere would be just as romantic as doing anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that goes back to just having somebody who want to be around you and who like you for who you are as a person. Now, should you be dating if you're having financial struggles? I mean, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say your money off is better off being invested into yourself, a business, the stock market. Like, there's a tons of other ways to use that money to make yourself some more money or to just get yourself a little further up the totem pole to where like you don't have to worry about those kind of posts and those kind of statuses. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like to where you like those type of things, you can look at them, laugh, and keep fucking scrolling because it ain't got nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? So
You know what I find funny about that though, G? These girls, they sleep with broke men from the time they're like teenagers all the way into their 30s, and then they start putting this burden on a man to have a certain amount of money for the same vagina that they've been giving away for free. How does that work?
because I'm gonna tell you as a nigga who been on both sides of the table, right? If you a nigga with the money, your bitch still may be getting hit by a broke nigga because a lot of times we just got the better dick at the time. We got more to fuck for. We fucking for a spot to sleep in. We fucking for food. We fucking for livelihood. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times. The comfortable nigga, he just worked a double. He provided in the rent. Like, he tired. He gonna come home and knock her off, give her 5-10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Hope that's enough to make her happy because he gotta go back home and he gotta go to work and do another double shift to pay for this house she living in and for the car she getting fucked in, for the room that the other nigga sneaking in. So, you know, like, it's a give and take on both sides, man. You know what I'm saying? But then you think though, but then you think as a rich man, you be like, she cheating, but I could cheat. Like, I got several other, you know what I'm saying? I could call whoever the fuck I want to do what the fuck I want, when the fuck I want. So who give a fuck about this one? Let her do what the fuck she doing. You know what I'm saying? So it really depends on your outlook. And also I feel like that's why a man being financially situated and being financially like secure and being able to do his own thing also plays a major role in his lifestyle and things like that, man. Cause you gotta think about this, my nigga, right? And like just like really think about this, right? So I'm a man, right? And for the sake of whoever's in the audience, she's a female, right? So you're telling me I gotta chase you down just to pay for all your shit, just to pay for your livelihood, just to like I gotta chase you down to pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? So not only am I spending money, effort, and energy just to get your attention and to keep your attention from the 75 other niggas that's trying to do the same thing, like once I then get you, I then now have to fund your lifestyle and your likelihood. And I know it's about to be a lot of y'all that's like, well, if you can't fund it and I can, then you shouldn't. Then that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But also understands what comes with having a nigga that has the money to fund your lifestyle. It may not be just your lifestyle he's funding, or it may not be just your life that he's funding. And a lot of y'all can't take that shit. So there's a spin-off to both. If you want to fuck with a nigga who got money and he got bitches and he got clout and he got all this, then you either better fall in line so that way you can move your way up the totem pole so you could be the first thing on his mind when he wake up, or you go find something that's a little more attainable for you. And I feel like men should kind of do the same thing. But, you know, there's more men who would find a female who work at Burger King and invest in her as opposed to a female who gonna find a nigga working at Burger King and investing in him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga working at Burger King broke to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
You think that dudes be keeping it real with women, or women just delude themselves?
If a female like you, she gonna delusion her. She gonna make herself delusional. You ain't even got to do it. I'm telling you that off of personal experience, my nigga. If a female really like you and she really fucking with you, my nigga, you ain't got to do no lies or no delusional. You ain't got to do shit. She gonna make herself delusional over you. You know what I'm saying? Are there men who are better at it? Absolutely. But I mean, delusion comes in different phases also. You know what I'm saying? Like, a man's delusion is typically the truth that he's just trying to hide from himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas be knowing when they bitches be getting fucked. Niggas be knowing when they bitches be going out. Niggas be knowing when it's like the feeling ain't right and the energy ain't good and shit is something wrong. And just, like, niggas be knowing, but a lot of times we would just make yourself delusional and just be like, it'll pass. She'll come back around or whatever. You feel me? And it'd be the same thing. Females will do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't speak to this nigga in 2 days. Like, my fault, I was busy. I was running around. Like, you know what I'm saying? The bitch would be like, oh, okay, I guess you was just busy for 48 hours. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that, you know, sometimes ignorance is bliss, man. You know, ignorance is bliss. But I think nowadays it's too hard. It's too much tracking. It's too much Facebook this, too much Instagram that. It's too, like, it's too much, man. So, like, I could say ever since even for me, ever since my breakup, like, I ain't really been going out like that. Like I used to go out like a month. Like I ain't really been going out like that. Like I've been in the crib chilling. Like for real, for real. Like I haven't really had a necessity or a need to like be out in the club all the time. So I be in the crib just dolo chilling majority of the time, or just if I want company, I get company. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And that's what shit. That's working for me. So
You think men save money not being in relationships?
absolutely. 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 That's what I'm not even gonna let you finish the fucking word. Yeah, absolutely. Nigga, like yes. Yes. I used to always be like, man, like this would have been and again, yeah, yes, I do. I do. Dinner's cheaper, going out's cheaper, lifestyle's cheaper. Females are everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So you
Mm.
can if you can fund yourself to go wherever the fuck you want, there's always gonna be females there. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't necessarily gotta look to fund a female for look to fund yourself.
Mm.
And I think niggas would be all right. I think the problem with the male female dynamic is that females almost have the same power as like news and social media, to the point to where like majority of the men always look like the victim or the bad guy after the breakup, regardless of what the truth is, just because like 9 times out of 10 the female throws out the first narrative. And the man 9 times out of 10 is not about to go online and like defend his honor or defend the
Facts.
situation. Like we just don't have time to do that shit. You feel me? So at the end of the day, whatever story or whatever scenario they kind of put out there, that's just kind of what it is, and we don't. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like sometimes that shit ruins careers. That shit ruins livelihood. But at the end of the day, it's not most men just not gonna go up there and do it. Like I don't really like talking about my shit because if you're in a relationship together, nigga, my business is also her business. You know what I'm
True.
saying?
Yeah.
So I could also I could sit here and spew all the details on my end and my view of everything, but at the end of the day, it would still technically be kind of telling her business. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So that's not really my thing. So
And that's maturity. I like that. That's the last question I got on that. Is it that dudes are deadbeats or the women are making it hard for men to really be involved and take care of their children? In your opinion, just
yeah,
from
yeah, yeah. Yeah. I'm just not. Yeah, certain things I'm just not quick to speak on. I like to get
mm,
my thoughts together. Um, I don't think that men are being or becoming more deadbeats at all. Especially not black fathers. Like statistically, we are the most visible and active fathers in our kids' lives. You know what I'm saying? If you really look at it, um, I think the battle between being physically visible and financially available are playing and cutting a major role into the father and like child dynamic. You know what I'm saying? To where like a mother could feel like if the father isn't providing financially, even though he may be providing his time and his energy and his effort, you know what I'm saying?
mm,
That is not measurable enough to a dollar amount to them. You know what I'm saying? And a
mm,
lot of times that's just how they look at it. So you could be taking your kids and doing what you're supposed to be doing via whether it's court appointed or agreement that you guys had, and but because their financial end is still struggling, like that could be the end all be all, and that can be why you end up on child support. That could be why you end up in jail over child support. That could be why you can't get jobs because of child support, or that could be, that can be the reason why a lot of things fall into place. Now, what's fucked up is on the vice versa. You get fathers who can only be there financially because they got to work. They don't really have a lot of time because they got to provide for their life, and they also got to provide for the money that they got to pay, or the lifestyle they also have to pay or provide for their kids or whatever the situation is. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
But then they'll get the stigma that be like, oh, but you don't spend no time with your kids. You know what I'm saying? So the time for money transfer thing is, I feel like, is always a huge issue, and I just feel like, yeah, I gotta kind of, you gotta pick one. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? You gotta pick one. You're not gonna be able to have a dude who's gonna be able to spend what you consider, I guess, is a considerable amount of time and also have financial stability to be able to pay for the times that you're not there and pay for the things, the extracurriculars for the child also, and have his own livelihood. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, yeah, I just that's a tough question because I know dudes who've been on both sides of the scenario, and it's almost kind of a lose-lose for the man either way. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, it's very difficult, man. It's very difficult, especially when you got a female that's upset, she angry
mm-hmm,
at the maybe the relationship didn't work. You did
mm-hmm.
something. Yeah, it gets tough. They don't know how to compartmentalize.
And I mean, and this, you know, as and it's so crazy because like the older you get and the more you learn about females, it's not like the more you get to put in place. It's almost like the more you gotta watch out for.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's almost like the more you gotta the more you gotta vet for certain things like this. The more you gotta vet for like how she felt when she get mad. The more you gotta vet for like how she act out in public. The more you gotta vet like it's becoming more and more things that we have to vet in order for us just to have a peaceful life. But on the other hand, like we still have to do all the providing and all the chasing and all the like, you know what I'm saying? So I do see why a lot of guys are getting exhausted and why the whole red pill community has started. You know, the whole
Yeah,
red
yeah.
pill versus blue pill community has started, and why when you go down your timeline and shit, it's so much guy versus girl. Like I really, really hate that shit, man. I really do hate that shit because I feel like we need each other, man. And it's not even a need. I feel like we belong. Like it's a reason why the male and female species are create the best family or create the best environment in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, a man can do everything besides have sex without a female. You know what I'm saying? And the female could do everything besides how to get some dick or, you know, a plastic dick or a rose or whatever. I'm just saying like some actual love, you know what I'm saying? From the significant other. Like, yeah, we know that, but it don't mean it's right.
Right,
It
right.
don't mean that's the way it's supposed to be. It don't mean we supposed to be without each other. It don't mean we supposed to beef and fight and create these boundaries to where like nigga, we're looking for more reasons not to be together as opposed to reasons why we should be together. You know what I'm saying? Like I just and I think that's just fucking crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to vet you to not be with you. I'd rather vet you so I can build a future and just have a better understanding of who you are as a person and what I'm gonna have to deal with in the future. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. I gotta wrap it up, but I
Uh,
do want to ask you this before I let you go. What is fatherhood like for you these days?
as far as between me and my daughter or just
Yeah,
me and
just
my
between
father?
you and your daughter.
Um,
And that's interesting too. Yeah, yeah. What is your relationship like with your father?
So I'm gonna answer the first one first. Right now, my daughter's 16, man, and she's at that age where, you know, at first I was taking it. At first I was taking it personal. I was taking it personal, and I couldn't understand like why our relationship started changing and shit. But like I don't hear from my daughter, nigga, unless she needs something really. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I hit her up and text her, and I'll get some small convo out of her and here and there and shit like that. But like I know if I wake up and it's a hey dad text, like I know once I hit the hey mamas, like I know at some point like some money is about to be coming through. You know, I'm about to be getting a Cash App request. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which I don't mind because then I think back like when I was 16, nigga, I wasn't fucking calling my parents and feel like every time they call me, it was yes, no, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll see you when you get home. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I can't really expect much more from you know from her. So I just like I said at first I was taking it a little personal, but then I just got to the point where I was like, nigga, like that's every kid go through that. She gonna swing back around and she needs some real daddy love. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good.
Yeah, I'm experiencing that right now with even my nieces and nephews.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yo, uncle, can I get $20? Uncle, can I get this?
Well,
And they don't hit me up for nothing else.
for nothing else, bro. Nothing else. I will, man, bro. If and I mean, as an adult, it's my job anyway. But nigga, if I don't reach out to my daughter, my nigga, like I won't hear from her, nigga. I won't hear from her unless she needs some bread. And again, it's just like females. You know what I'm saying? Like even your daughter, you'll be like, bro, females. As far as me and my pops, like, honestly, bro, I'm not like a super family oriented guy. Like, I speak to, I speak to my mom when she call me or when we have events and I'm over there. Same thing with my pops. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've always, honestly, man, even since I was a young kid, I've always just kind of been in my own world and done my own things. Like I never really been in nobody else's shit. Like I never been in my sister into none of my sisters. As long as you don't put your hands on her, like I ain't never been involved in none of my sister's relationships. I don't really mangle, and I just kind of do my own thing and live my own life. You know what I'm saying? So, um, my relationship is cool, man. Like shit, it ain't like we beefing. Niggas ain't beefing. Niggas ain't got no dislike towards each other. So, for me, that's good. That's the great relationship for me. You know what I'm saying? That's all I need. If I need advice, I know I could call. If I need to go see him, I know I can go see him, and that's for me. That's enough for me.
Mm. Yeah, I know you said last time. This is the last question because I do got to wrap it up. But that was interesting. I know you say you live in your head, and I understand that because I live in my head too.
Mm-hmm.
And you just said if you need some advice, you'll reach out to your pops. So outside of you just trying to figure it out yourself, like who are some people that you look for advice from?
So I mean, I got like one or two people I consider like close friends. You know what I'm saying? That I may reach out to, and for me, even when I'm reaching out, I'm not really like venting the details. When I'm reaching out, I'm more or less asking for an opinion on my thought based off of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? To more where I would hit them and be like, yo, like, am I overreacting based off of like this? You know what I'm saying? There's a little bit of background story, blase. So it's never really like, yo, this bitch did this and this and it. Like I'm not really one of those kind of people. I mean, but for me, therapy, man, I know a lot of the black community has this big stigma with therapy, but for me, like, I would much prefer to talk to a person who's non-biased at all. You know what I'm saying? Because and even with your therapist only know, her reviews and her questions are only based off of what you're saying and your view of
Your
the
side of the
relationship.
story, yeah.
She don't know your significant other. She don't know how they feel. She like now she get y'all together. She may be like, oh well, see this makes sense, but like that's not how it usually works. It's usually just one person giving their side of the story, and them giving feedback based off of that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So even that has a bit of bias in it. But yeah, I really, to be honest with you, bro, like I go through my shit by myself, man. Keep it a buck with you. Like I go through most of my woes, most of my trials and tribulations. I go through them dolo. Like just cause, as a man, nigga, ain't nobody gonna come save you. And frankly, don't nobody really give a fuck
That's a fact.
to be real with you. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
Like I hate, I get sad when I say that shit because that's just the strong truth and reality. But like nigga, don't nobody really give a fuck when you're going through shit. Don't nobody really give a fuck when your mental not right. Like, so when you find the people who you can have those kind of connection with and those kind of conversations with, like you just keep them tight, but you can't even overdo it with those people. Like
That's
even
a
those
fact.
people, you gotta like, not every situation is a situation where you need to call for help or you need to call for advice. Like something you got to figure out and you got to learn on your own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact. Because they do say a friend today could be an enemy tomorrow.
And that's a fact, and that's why I say about the whole like venting thing. Like sometimes it feel cool to just get shit off your chest, but like sometimes that ain't just your shit you're getting off your chest. It's the other person's shit you're getting off your chest
Yeah.
too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that could come back to haunt you too. So that's why I really try to tend not to like, like I said, get too detailed or get too personal about the situation and shit like that.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, G.
Of course, man. I love doing these, man. These always a good look. It's always fun. I like having like the random questions. That's why when you ask me about having some, I'm just like, man, I don't know what the fuck to talk about because you know what I'm saying. Life is on a different pace for me right now, and I don't want to make it look like you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna have you up here as a regular. I think I enjoy our conversations. You well articulate, and you know what I'm saying. You always got something going on.
I
And
appreciate that. I mean, it's super funny because with the new situation, I'm able to meet new people and shit like that, and I think that's one of the first things that a lot of people who don't know me and get to sit down with me and they be like, "Yo, you smart as hell. Like you're a lot smarter than what I thought you were." And I get that a lot, and so I always appreciate that compliment, man. Like that's cool.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm probably gonna tap in with you like every 3 months.
Yeah,
Try to run it.
I'm with it, man. Sure, my life changed fast, man. So
Yeah.
like every 3 months, I'm sure I'm gonna have a ton of new things going on. Like bike season getting ready to come up, so I'm sure I'm
I
gonna have
wanted to
some bike
ask you
stories.
about that
You know
because
what I'm
I seen
saying?
you post a bike.
Yeah, baby. I'm like,
I wanted to ask you about that.
I get so many inboxes and so many people that's like, yo, be careful, like, bro, don't get on the bike, like, yo, you crazy. Especially when I do like the like motorcycle to like airplane comparison, like
Mm,
flight or airplane comparison, like memes and shit like that. I get it, and I appreciate the love. It's not
mm,
like I'm just a hard headed nigga who just don't care. Like I know where it's coming from, and I always appreciate the love. People just they don't want to see me on a t-shirt, so I'm always going to appreciate that shit. But
mm,
if I was a older rider, like had I been riding for years and
mm,
I got into that accident and people were like, yo, maybe it's time to sit down, I would probably think I would probably have more of a consideration for it. But
mm,
I was still new. I was still learning. So the excitement from riding the bike and getting on the bike is still very fresh for me. So it's like for me, it's just like, all right, cool. I had the accident, but like I was like 6 months into riding. You know what I'm saying? So for
mm.
me, it was like, bro, I had already got so much control and so much shit over the bike. Like I was having a good time anytime I went out to ride. So I'm definitely looking. I went shopping actually. I went shopping this Saturday afternoon, man. It was so nice out, bro. It was so nice out. Like I took all I had my helmets and like my bike gear and shit in my trunk. So I took all my shit out just to like get back in the feeling, get back in the groove and shit,
Mm.
man. And yeah, so I'm excited about bike season. Like I'm excited to get back on the bike. I'm excited to have some fun in summertime, man, and just be the fuck outside, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with it because that wasn't something you could control. That was another person's
Yeah,
action,
yeah.
And
Go ahead.
those are very rare instances.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you swerved out, lost control, and ran
Right,
into a house or a car or something. So
right.
I see why you would get back on because I'll definitely get back on. I wouldn't let that stop me. It's like getting into a car accident.
And real, when I say that, people be like, "Oh, that's true." I be like, "Yo, when you get in a car accident, you don't stop driving. Like you just get another car and you go. You don't start taking a bus forever. Like you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying. You don't start
yeah.
taking Uber forever. Like you just learn how to maneuver and you do what you got to do. So that's how I am with the bikes, man. Like I just don't know exactly what I want. And to be honest with you, I'm only gonna know how I feel once I actually get on the bike. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Like I
Facts.
can't say I'm gonna have PTSD or I can't say I'm gonna get on that bitch and be right back like ain't nothing happened because I can get on that bitch and be like, nah, nigga, like my body ain't you feel me? My
Yeah,
body convulsing, nigga, like I can't even ride the bike. So
yeah.
who the fuck knows? I just know I'm excited to get back in that season, in that weather, back in that environment. I had such a great time last summer, man, with a lot of the bike crews and just
Mhm.
doing the tours with the bike people. Like I had a lot of fun, man. So I'm just looking forward to doing that shit again this year. We gotta catch up, nigga. We only had got a couple of rides in and shit like that.
Yeah.
Barely, man.
Yeah, for sure. BY. I don't know. I ain't spoke to him in a
Yeah, I know
while.
his leg. I know he sees his leg. I was talking to him on Facebook and shit. I know it's his leg still. Like
Yeah,
he said, he got a little bit rough for his leg to heal up and shit like that. But
yeah.
yeah, that's how I was doing a lot of rides with BY this summer, last summer, man. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm a sell mines and I'm a upgrade.
yeah. Cause what you had like a
The same thing BY had,
it was like a
just
two.
an all black one. The same exact thing. So I'm gonna have to. Now that I'm super comfortable, because
Mm-hmm.
obviously we was learning at the same time.
Right,
So now that I'm super comfortable, I understand how to change the gears. I
right.
understand all that. I'm gonna go up. So yeah, I didn't even put more than 700 miles on that joint.
That's
So
why. That's why those bikes, like I like them, they cool, but like you outgrow them extremely fast.
that's a
Like
fact.
for me personally, I personally wouldn't have started on something that small just because, like I knew how much I wanted to ride and how much I knew I was going to be riding, and my skill of knowledge, like how I pick up shit very very fast. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I knew I was going to pick it up quick. So something like that, I knew within the first 2 months. I was gonna fucking, outride and shit like that. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like BY is a pretty skilled rider, bro. Like,
Yeah, he learned fast
yeah,
too.
like I used to go in the back rows with him on my shit and be like, hey, nigga, I can't turn that fast, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not that good yet. So, like, it's definitely a place with learning with them and shit like that. Cause, he could ride. That's why I'm like, nigga, you need to get you a motherfucking 600, nigga. Like,
Yeah.
I used to let him get on my shit, like, bro, you need a 6, so you can fucking have some real fun on that bitch.
Yeah, that's the goal. Cause he said the same thing. And my homie, he got a Harley. I think his is like a 7 something.
Mhm.
And his is a cruise though.
Yeah, yep.
And he told me that he started off with like a 600, and he
Mm-hmm.
said within like 2 months he was ready to give it up because he felt like he wanted some more power.
Well, so that's the thing. Like everybody has a different reason for getting a bike. Like, yes, I like racing bikes because I like the power and shit like that. But I'm also very cautious. So like, even on my bike, bro, I think the most I hit on my bike was maybe like 120. Like that's the fastest I was going, and that shit really be on the highway. Like on the street,
There ain't no room for
it's
that.
no room, bro. Just like I don't even think I've ever gotten out of like third gear cruising the city. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't really do a lot of city rides unless, you know, just whatever, I'm just cruising and chilling and shit. But for the most part, if I'm going to ride my motorcycle, like I'm hopping right on the fucking highway. One, because everything is going in the same direction, you know what I'm saying? And two, like I could open my shit up and I could just have a lot more fun knowing like, nigga, I would get out of my halfway house job at midnight, bruh. I would get out the halfway house, hop on my bike, and just drive straight to fucking Mass. Hop right on the highway and just drive straight to Mass, nigga, just for the fun of it. And then turn around and bring my ass all the way back home. Like it was just shit like that I would just love to do on a bike. So but the Harleys is coming unless there's a V Star or a V Rod or like one of the like sports Harleys that they got. Like Harleys is a little too like I'm not there yet.
Yeah, I might have my boy pull up so you can check his joint out. Maybe you jump on that and see how that feel.
Is it? I mean, what kind he got? Like I said, the V Stars and like the V Rods and shit like that. Those are like the sporty looking, like they the sporty looking Harley, and they fast.
Nah, it's one of them. His is a cruise, so he sit up and his
Oh,
foot
nah,
is
I don't
out.
want that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, with the bags on it.
Nah, ain't no bag on it. Ain't
Oh, he
no
don't
bag
got a
on
bag.
it. He a black guy. He ain't
Nah,
got
yeah,
that.
because some of them niggas be having the baggers, and
Nah,
I'm
I ain't
like,
feeling
bro,
that.
that's like for real. I don't want no fucking bag. I
Nah,
ain't
you
there
know
yet.
we black. We
Yeah,
ain't look, that look crazy.
The
but
chopper joints, like the chopper joints with a
Yeah,
nice big
that's-
wheel in the front, like some shit like that. Yeah, but
yeah,
not,
that's how he rocking.
yeah, but
Yeah.
even that not right now. Like I still maybe 2 or 3 years from now I'll be able to settle in and get something like that. But I'm still a huge sports bike, CBR, Ninja, R6, fucking Gixxer. Like I'm still on those shits right now.
Yeah, man. It's going down.